host of the Gridiron.
Right? Until he puts an ink pen to paper somewhere, right? And just apparently he's been given a green light to seek a trade. Apparently, anyway, we'll have to wait and see, right? Now, of course, we're listening to Adam Schefter. Hey, I'm Adam Schefter. I'm Shefty, right? There's no way, obviously, and it can't possibly, right, trade the number, if anything were to come up. I mean, that's not happening, right? You read things like the Rams want a first-round pick for him. Of course, then I saw other articles the Giants might give up a second-round pick and maybe a third-round pick. So who knows? But, of course, once again, the team, the Rams, right, they might want a first-round pick, but what you want and what you wind up getting might want to be two different things. So, but let's see. The Giants, right? The quarterback question looms as Rams give Matthew Stafford a green light to talk with other teams. And of course, there's only so many, teams that are going to want to be interested in the service. But obviously, we know the Giants will be one of them. The Giants truly want to pursue a trade for Matthew Stafford. The Rams just made it easier for interested teams to find out what it might take to land a Super Bowl winning quarterback. The Rams have granted Stafford and his agent permission to speak with other teams about his value, NFL Network reported. 37-year-old Stafford has not formally requested a trade, but the two-time Pro Bowler wants to secure a new contract, and this move will enable the Rams and Stafford an opportunity to gain a better understanding of his worth, the report stated. Stafford is set to hold a salary cap figure of $49.6 million for 2025, but the Rams can save $27 million if they trade him after June 1st and $23 million if they cut him after that date. Right, can save 27 if they trade him after June 1st, and $23 million if they cut him after that. Oh, all right. So they can save him money if they trade him, or they can save money if they cut him. But they'll have to wait and see. The Giants retained both general manager Joe Shane and Brian Daboll. Let's see here. They have no quarterbacks under contract for next season, with Drew Lock and Tommy DeVito headed for free agency now. But Tommy Chicken Cutler Parmesan is a exclusive rights, I believe it is, free agent. Like if the Giants were to tender him an offer, he has to accept it. And I think the Giants would be just stone cold crazy if they don't tender him some type of offer. Maybe make him the third string quarterback. Guy's familiar with the offense, right? I think it'd be crazy if they didn't bring him back. Let's see. Giants own the number 3 overall pick in the draft, but they might not be able to secure either of the top 2 rated quarterbacks. Once again, now that's one of the things we're going to have to find out, right? Where are the quarterbacks going to go? Moving on from Stafford also could free up the Rams to sign 4. I mean, this is weird because it's like, the Jets let Aaron Rodgers go. I mean, he really didn't, have a super spectacular season with the Jets, and now reading and all this stuff is whatever. However true it is, who knows? But Aaron Rodgers is kind of like linked with the Rams. It's like so they're going to trade away Matthew Stafford, who's 4 years younger, I guess, to get probably an older Aaron Rodgers, who is not the same Aaron Rodgers as he was, 5-10 years ago. And he's going to want some money too, right? Let's see. 4-time league MVP threw for 38 197 yards with 28 touchdowns and 11 interceptions in 17 starts in his first season back from his 2023 Achilles surgery. But the Jets finished just 5-12 and missed the playoffs for the 14th consecutive year. Stafford played the first 12 games of his 16-year NFL career with the Lions, first 12 seasons, of his 16-year NFL career with the Lions before being traded to Los Angeles. Stafford started 16 games for the Rams in 2024, throwing for 3,762 yards, 20 touchdowns, and 8 interceptions, and a passer rating of 93.7. We got here, let's see. Oh, here we go, yeah. Giants struggles reveal their standing among Matthew Stafford trade suitors. Giants may want Matthew Stafford the most, but other teams will come calling, potentially more ammo and talent to facilitate a deal. Now, that's one of the things. It's, it takes two to tango, right? I mean, the Giants, might have Dable. They might want him. They might want this, blah, blah, blah. But, Stafford might look at the Giants and he's like, that's a joke of an organization, They won 3 games last year. If I come there, how many games are we gonna make the playoffs? I mean, am I going to be, am I going to get annihilated if every time I drop back to throw a pass? If he looks 2 years ago, they gave up 85 sacks in the season. It's like, is that someplace I want to go to? They started 10 different offensive lines last year because everybody keeps getting injured. Is that where I want to go to? So the answer might be no. You might want to go someplace else, and I wouldn't blame them. Let's see. The crown jewel of the Giants' offseason may instead lie on the trade block. The Rams have given quarterback Matthew Stafford permission to seek a trade. This is more so to establish a market for the quarterback and give Los Angeles an out should negotiations stall out, but a trade remains possible. New York should come calling, but other teams would love the fringe Hall of Fame quarterback services too. However, the Giants' struggles reveal their standing among Stafford's trade suitors. One will be the Rams, right? The Rams remain both the likeliest and best option for Stafford's short-term future. He led Los Angeles within a possession of the NFC Championship game. He has elite head coach Sean McVay calling the shots and can enjoy the services of receiver Puka Nacua and running backs Kyren Williams. Stafford's quarterback's a good team with legitimate Super Bowl hopes. The only thing getting in the way is potential hangups over the next deal. They can reasonably get an extension done, they will, and Stafford will compete for the playoffs as he approaches retirement. Next would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, what do the Pittsburgh Steelers do? They just win, baby. Now, obviously, they don't win in the playoffs, which is not good, but they're always in the playoffs. Why? Because they always have winning records. So that's something the Giants can't say. So if the Giants aren't first in the line for Stafford, the Steelers might be. Desperately looking for a path out of quarterback purgatory, Stafford can take a team locked in mediocrity and make them competitive in a stacked AFC. Yes, absolutely. The weaponry at his disposal is worse than what New York can offer, but with a strong offensive line and defense, along with the well-respected head coach Mike Tomlin, Pittsburgh has plenty of pull. Steelers could also offer number 21 when the Giants would hesitate to include number 3. They're not going to include number 3. That would just be crazy. Also, the New York Jets. Jets are fairly similar to their cross-stadium counterparts. They need a quarterback, don't have the recent success to demand respect, and are facing a ton of pressure with head coach Aaron Glenn, hoping to get off to a fast start rather than a Brian Dable looking to save his job. The biggest difference between the two East Rutherford landing spots is the talent waiting for him in the Jets locker room. Receiver Garrett Wilson, running back Breece Hall, a couple of defensive all-pros, a left tackle is Olaf Fashanu is quite the cost, although it obviously didn't work out in 2024. Anyway, the Giants. Malik Neighbors, that's the pitch. New York can offer a superstar receiver along with some ancillary pieces on the offensive line with running back Tyrone Tracy Jr. It's not the prettiest landing spot. It's not the best chance to win a Super Bowl, at least not next year. And it's not even the safest long-term situation given the jobs are on the line. But the Giants could offer him the extension he wants. The soft factors of playing in New York and the chance to play with one of the game's rising stars. The defense takes a leap in 2025. Perhaps that might land him another shot at taking down the Eagles. Then, of course, the last team would be the Raiders, right? The Raiders are going to hype because of owner Tom Brady and head coach Pete Carroll. Let's not forget about Pete Carroll. It's closer to Los Angeles than the rest of his suitors and tight end Brock Bowers, right? He's arguably the best tight end in football after just a single season. Basically, everything else is a concern. The run game was cataclysmic in 2024. The defense struggled. There's little upside at receiver, and the draft capital a Stafford trade would demand puts a dent on high-level reinforcements. There's little reason for Stafford to try and compete with the elite quarterbacks and head coaches that continue to make the Raiders fodder for their own playoff runs. So I mean, the Giants obviously got a chance, once again, it's all, just speculation right now. As I said, the Rams are quite possibly, using this as just, let's see what what you might get on the open market or what we can get for you. We'll talk from there, but we'll have to wait and see. I mean, the Giants obviously have some things, I got Wan'Dale Robinson, right? Malik Neighbors. Now, we're going to need another wide receiver. We can't really throw Jalen Hyatt out there and get them all excited. He ain't going to get all warm and fuzzy about listening about Jalen Hyatt. So we do need another wide receiver. Now, we can certainly grab one. I'm sure we can pick up a good one in the second round or the third round if they're going to do that. Right? We'll have to wait and see. But the Giants are definitely going to need, some more weapons. That's a darn sure. Right? Theo Johnson was seeming to come on, right? Obviously, as a good tight end, of course. Then once again, he got injured. See how it is. There you go. So, but I mean, the Giants are definitely going to need. It takes two to tango. Just because you want Stafford does not mean he's going to want to come here, right? I mean, if you can say, we got Malik Neighbors, we got Wanda Robinson, we got this guy, we got this guy, we got this guy. A lot of guys to throw the football to, he might play. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that, So.